Bye, Nico. I'll see you when I see you. Definitely gonna miss that dog. Spent the last few days hanging out here with my sister and Morgan and Nico. It's probably the last chance I'm going to get to spend time with them like this for a while. It looks like at least a few months at this point. So it was nice to be able to hang out with them. I also stopped by and visited Derek one more time at the import dealership there and got some measurements on a couple other vans. You know, if we do decide to go this route, guys, like, it's going to definitely be a bit of a process. It's going to take a few months. So this was probably my last chance to actually see them up close in person, at least vans that are somewhat similar to the one that we would theoretically be getting. So I got some really detailed measurements and everything. We're more than likely going to be doing a complete renovation. So we'll be ripping everything out that's in there, all the old 25-plus-year-old material and stuff like that, and then coming up with a better layout and a better design inside those little vans. So it's going to be a project, like I said, if we do decide to go that route, but I wanted to have as much information as I can because, like I said, I'm probably not going to be back up here for quite some time. It's got to be one of the first times I've completed that drive without hitting any traffic at all. It was pretty awesome. Went straight through Boston, didn't have any issues. I am now in Rhode Island. One of the reasons that I came down here was to check the surf. There is a little bit of a hurricane swell in the water right now. It kind of is starting to fill in. Still a little bit small, unfortunately. It's not really the right swell direction, but I think I'm going to paddle it anyways. It's like 75 degrees today, guys. It's almost the end of October. Can't ask for much more than this. Definitely a few fun ones starting to come in. I think it'll get better over the next couple of days. This is probably our last hurricane swell of the season, so I got to make the most of it. Amazing how much better you sleep after surfing for a few hours yesterday. Definitely a pretty good night's sleep. I'm excited to get back out there again today and most likely tomorrow as well. Tomorrow should be the best day of the three here, but today I have a few errands to take care of first. Should be a pretty busy morning. Actually, I have to drive into Providence right now because I have to go to the bank. Can't really remember the last time I went to the bank. Normally it's like a remote thing. I just kind of bank remotely. So physically having to go to the location, but I have to do it because of the sale of the van, actually, and that is going pretty well. That being said, I'm getting a little antsy. I know I kind of touched on that in the last video, and I'm still waiting for the state to print the title, and then I have to get the title forwarded to my mail forwarding address and then forwarded to me, and then I can proceed with the sale of the vehicle. So it's been like 2 weeks since I paid off the van. I still don't really have it yet. I don't even think they've made it. I want to make a few phone calls today, try to figure out where it is and what's going on with this whole thing. And I don't know, it is getting a little crazy. Like I'm definitely kind of stuck here, and you know, Shannon needs my help in Florida with the house, and I'm ready to kind of move on. I'm ready to get out of here. So it turns out I don't really miss cities very much. I've been here for like an hour and I'm ready to leave.
Thank you for calling the South Dakota Motor Vehicle Division. All customer service representatives are still busy.
I was just calling to check on the lien release of a title for a vehicle that I paid off about 2 weeks ago.
2018 Nissan?
Yeah, the white Nissan van, NV200.
We have not received a release from them.
Okay, jeez, it's crazy.
You could address.
Okay. Oh, that would be awesome. Okay. Okay. All right. I'll send that over to you as soon as I have it. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Well, that's easier than having to mail it all the way back to them, so that at least takes out a step, but this process has been a little bit crazy. All right, you're going. Whew, look at that. Lots of big drops and not really too much else. Can't complain too much. It is an absolutely beautiful evening. No way.
That's alright.
Little drop.
I'll take it.
Plan's changing a bit. So it's now been quite a few more days, and I'm coming to the realization after speaking with the bank that I had the loan through, and the DMV in the state of South Dakota, and quite a few other people as well, that I'm probably not going to be getting the title anytime soon. It's already been 3 weeks almost since I paid off the van, and my original thought was that the process kind of goes like this, right? You pay off the van, takes them a few business days to kind of process the payment, they release the title, they mail it to you, and you get the title. And that's kind of what I thought was the process. I thought that's how this worked. But for some reason, with the bank that I went through and with the state of South Dakota, it's not really working like that. It's quite a bit more complicated. And so the way that it's supposed to work is that pretty much every bank has a lien release, an electronic lien release system that they just do through the internet with the state. And they just kind of click a button when they're ready to release the lien, and then they do it electronically, and then the state prints out the new title, without the lien on it, and then mails the title out within a couple of days. It's supposed to be a pretty seamless process. But for some reason, the bank that I went through does not do that either. Well, they might do it through like this third-party system, but for whatever reason, they have not been able to do it with my title, and it's just not really working at all. And like I said, I've spoken with members of the bank and the loans department there, maybe 6 or 7 of them, and then obviously quite a few times with the state as well. And to the state's credit, the state of South Dakota, the DMV, has actually been really, really helpful through this process, which is surprising because usually DMVs are not that helpful. But the bank, on the other hand, has been anything but helpful. I've even kind of asked them, maybe can we at least, if you're going to do it the old-fashioned way, if you're going to mail me this actual piece of paper, that's fine, and not use the electronic system, but can we expedite it? Would there be a way for you to overnight it? I'm happy to pay for the shipping and just kind of get it to me as soon as possible, so then I can then get it to the state and kind of get going with this process. But they really weren't willing to do that either. They've kind of just been like, nope, this is our protocol, this is our system, this is how it works. Sorry. I guess I do kind of get it, though. I have paid off this loan. There's no more interest on it. They can't really make any more money off me. And I also paid it off 3.5 years early, so they're not really incentivized to care about customer service at this point with me. They just kind of want to do their thing and then kind of, that's it, be done with it. So I don't know. That being said, it has been kind of a bummer, kind of a crappy way to do business, I guess, and it's been very frustrating for me. I have spoken with the the buyer of the vehicle, the new owner, and she's been very understanding. I'm very grateful that she has been understanding about this whole thing, and it's been a surprise that it's taken this long, but we're just kind of moving our way through this here, and my plan has changed a little bit because of this. I can't just sit here for another 3 weeks waiting for a stupid piece of paper to come in the mail. I can't do that. So I'm gonna make my way to Florida to help Shannon. That being said, I'm not going to drive my van all the way to Florida. I don't think that would be fair to the new owner of the vehicle to put another 4,000 miles on the van for basically no reason. It doesn't make a lot of sense. And it's also kind of risky too. Like if something were to happen, heaven forbid I get into an accident or something, that would really derail this whole sales process here even more than this whole catastrophe with the title. So I'm just gonna figure out another way to get to Florida, spend a few weeks down there helping Shannon with the house, and then make my way back up here, finish with the sale of the vehicle. And actually, it's probably not that bad because it's gonna be right around Thanksgiving. I'll be able to spend Thanksgiving with my family more than likely. That would be kind of nice, you know, should be pretty fun to be able to do that. And then afterward, I'll make my way back down to Florida, where I will be for the remainder of the winter. And from there, we're gonna start figuring out our next vehicle and everything like that. So definitely a little bit of a complicated bouncing back and forth here that's going to go on for the next month, but I don't think there's really any other way to do it, and I'll just make the most of it. I think that pretty much sums it up for this one though, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to y'all in the next one.